Hello, welcome to the end of Season 6 and the beginning of Season 7 of Quest for Details. Each season is 12 months long, beginning and ending on the 21st or the 22nd of January. The end of this season has truly been a situational transformation in all regards. The vehicle wreck and all sorts of other life changes all accumulating into one whole thing, and then the timing of it all mixing in with our annual end of the season have made it kind of what a season finale should be, more behind the scenes than in front of it. So I just wanted to check in with you guys and say thank you to everybody who's long-term subscribers, new subscribers, everybody who's just joined on. Our numbers are still climbing, and I appreciate that. That's a creator's dream, is to see the numbers grow. And so here we are on year 7, literally starting the 7th season. And it's amazing that this thing started and it lasted this long. And it's been mind-blowing to me half the time, the occurrences and different things going on. Definitely a lot of things to be thankful for. If you've been following along on the journey, then you know more of the details of that. I'm happy to be alive, happy to have my little furry buddies with me. The vehicle is a total loss, so we'll be getting no compensation for that vehicle. So the truck is gone, and a lot of things are gone. That's a repetitious detail, but a final wrap up on that is the absolute truth. So I have a new vehicle that it's a used older model vehicle from the 90s, but it will get us through. In a future video, we will definitely be looking at the new vehicle, and it's got its pros and cons like all of them do, but it's different. So that's a lead into stay tuned on the vehicle thing. It's exciting for me in a way because starting over is always a fresh slate and a chance to be creative, and so we'll see where we can go with that. One of the truisms of this channel is that we've always had a pretty minimal budget, and I think that was one of the things that actually helped get some of the success that this channel has had, because I myself like watching things that I think I might be able to try or experience myself, and I think that having a limited budget has kept it real in a way. And looking back, that's one of the things that I can say I don't want to change too much, even if we somehow got some huge amount of funding or something. Please, 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 no. Even if that's something that I would never want to change too much, is keeping with the thread of things that are realistically doable, things that can be copied and tried by the audience themselves. And so we don't necessarily need the most fanciest vehicles and transportation and tools and all of that, because a lot of what we do is just questing for details, just looking for the simple treasures, the treasures that belong to the eye of the beholder, that are different for each person, and affirming the beauty of this place for ourselves, learning how to, I wanted to pass on more how to look at things, or how I looked at things, or a way of slowing down and looking at things, or even just a reminder to do so, because I'm sure that you all know how to already. And more than trying to teach any one particular thing, it was more a decision to try and just show how I thought we could slow down time. Mortality is one of those things that has weighed heavily on me my whole life, and it keeps us all up at night sometimes here and there. And how quick time speeds by, how quick it flies by. So one of the earliest wisdoms I was able to gain was that when we slow down and fit more details into every hour of every day, and notice things and appreciate them more, the more of an experience it ends up becoming. And so the more we can remember it, the slower time seems to go. Sometimes. Most of the time in life you're saying, wow, time's flying by, but sometimes you'll notice that you say, wow, that seemed like it was a month, but it was only a few days. And that's probably because you found some way and some place of being able to immerse yourself in the experience and pack a bunch of that experience into each day. And so that made time go slower in a way. That's the only way that we can make a life longer, is to appreciate more things in it. So those are some of the goals, and that's what we're going to continue to do into the next season. We are going to have another season for sure. This is the start of it. We'll start rolling out 2 or 3 videos a week again. Subscribing is a good way to get notifications for the algorithm, to make sure that you see the videos pop up and stuff. That's all it is. Just lets the little computer algorithm know that you want to have these videos suggested to you, so that you don't miss them. Let's go and take a look at what's going on with the truck here, in case any of you are curious. Update on the Ford. You see now that it has moved and it is in the shop. So since last any of you saw, the transmission has been attached to the drive shaft, has been attached to the rear end. The rear end has been bolted back on the leaf springs. I had nothing to do with any of this. This was all my dad. Pieces that held this and that have been bent and put near place. It is still devastated. Still don't know exactly what we're gonna do with it, but it is running. It drove itself here into the shop, and it is in one of the best places that you could ever be to be resurrected, because it might still have a future as a farm truck or something. It can have a flatbed put on here. Just the fact that it's reassembled and rolling again is a miracle. And the inside is just still so nice, and the motor's still so nice. And if you look where you are, this is the land of things being taken apart and put back together. This object in front of it is actually, if any of you have paid attention in other videos, the truck that my dad is most recently restoring. You see it's got, and this was a test engine, not the one that he's going to use, but yeah, this was stripped down to the frame, and it's a little dusty right now because it's winter time, but that's what's underneath these saws that he's currently restoring. Is a whole other 40 series truck. It's gonna be its own creature. In the background here are the cabs for it and stuff. So it's made its way into, look, there he is himself. It's made its way into a spot where it can get fixed. Well, it's driving.
The 2 transmission mounts ripped off the bottom of the transmission.
Oh,
See that there? That's the inside of the transmission. That's why all the fluid's running out.
oh no.
So JB weld and some voltage, and we'll be back in business. You just got to keep all the fluid in the transmission.
But it drove itself in here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I just poured a quart of transmission fluid in it, and it was enough to drive it around, make sure the transmission still works. So.
Wow. This is gonna be your new get-around truck?
I would love to scare the drivers in Napa by driving this around. Yeah. It would thrill me no end. It's funny, they don't tailgate you when your tailgate is smashed to pieces.
So I don't know what we're going to be doing with that, but for now, it is able to be moved around the family farm, so it's not just a dead obstacle in the way, which is a good thing, and it still has life in it. So that's as far as that storyline goes at this point. And thank you to everybody for your comments, for all of the heartfelt support this year and every year, for all the things that people said during the wreck and afterwards, and all of the support that I've gotten. the opening of the shop, everything that's gone on. All I can say is thank you so much. And we are on the edge of kind of a new way. You know, a lot of things were taken, a lot of new things are starting. A lot of things will stay the same because that's important on this channel, is to kind of give you that same warm fuzzy feeling. If you ever got it, just try and keep making it the same. That's why I watch channels that I watch, and I'm always happy when they stay them, you know. Okay, there is one last thing that I wanted to get to. It's important to get to because this is the moment of change from one thing to another. So let's go and look at that now. Okay, it's a new season. Things change. This is where the rock saw was, my tile saw, where we would do all the cutting. And over here, this was always, had the little wall built here and stuff. And this was our little rock shop that managed to set up 5 people in all of our stuff here. It became, space was very precious. So that's where I had ended up setting up the shop. And all that is gone now. All that's taken apart. And that phase of life is over. And has been replaced by this one. So we're good to go. So here's the new shop. It's hard to even get the whole thing into entirety. Still have, the needs of a full-size garage where you gotta park cars and do all that stuff. But this is the new shop. So all new lower shelves, total workbench, individual booths for the buffer machines. The tile saw has moved over here, still perfecting the plumbing as I had to run it out through a wall and stuff to move it to this corner. Under here is all of the stuff that survived from the wreck and stuff, and all of the stuff that I've always had stored in different spots, lapidary and treasure, our tumblers, all of the gear, and new machines that haven't been able to get out yet because there just wasn't enough room to start getting them out. So, and I still have lots of other stuff put away that we'll just have to get out as we need it. But this is the look of it. And the last thing this needs that you'll see me build is a little top to keep the mist in here. And like I said, I have direct on and off plumbing for this that I'm having to run out through the walls and stuff. Is going to have a little lid that kind of goes over it. Everything else here, if any of you have built your little rock shops yourselves, you know that it's not just the wood and the infrastructure and stuff. It's getting everything anchored down, and you'll notice that the low power cords all go through their holes, and everything's all hooked up, and they all go to their little power bars and their ons and off, and it's all wired out of space. So that takes just days of messing with it. There'll be another day of messing with this as I get it more waterproofed. We're probably going with some sort of, I gotta paint the inside of the plywood, otherwise the mist will get to it eventually. Not sure if I kind of like the raw wood on here. And some of these pieces of wood were these slide-in pieces that went in the truck for my bed and stuff. So this has been recycled. Basically all recycled wood. I had a $0 budget, stuck in the hills without a vehicle, and I did the entire garage. To be able to do this, I had to do the entire garage. So I wanted to claim a whole wall and turn it into one thing. I had to do some organizing here. So, and yeah, we are about to load up the tumblers, get them going again. Not sure if I showed you this. This is our new buffing wheels, trying out the different colors of compound bars. Liking the green so much, but I'll let you know. It might be different per stone too. But got my little, that's my grinding and buffing booth. And again, might make a little plastic drop that comes down a little bit lower, but it's nice to have it all in there. Got my little drill presses. This is my little aluminum Dremel press. The Dremel actually goes in here. And all of the little things that are always lost that sometimes you don't have enough time to get out, I have out here now. All my little details. This is my Dremel slash, just 1,000 little buffers and scuffers and droopers and grinders and on into files, daub stick land, more compounds. And then outside of this, I was able to bring, look, the hover bucket. The sluice made it. But yeah, I was able to bring all my treasure stuff over. This is always my tool corner anyways, because you use some of them when you're doing more hardcore mining. And I won't bring you into all this, but this is our panning basins and pans and different sifters, all of our boxes that have treasure hunting stuff in it that we can pull out and take on trips, grinding compounds, polishing compounds, on and on and on. The Dremels. If anybody wants to send me a flat lap, that's something we're looking for. But yeah, so this is what I'm working with. Yeah, so this is the shop I wanted to show you. There is the grand tour. So don't worry, everything's getting better day by day, onwards and upwards. This is the new season. Welcome to season 7, Quest for Details. So thank you all. Thank you so much for the support over all these years. Hopefully you will join me for another season of adventuring and questing for details. And here we go. Let's go ahead and get it going. I have a couple videos that I've already recorded this last week, and I wanted to go ahead and do this check-in with you guys. And I hope to see you there. I'll see you in the comments, and I will see you in this coming year. Everybody, I hope that you're doing okay out there. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that good things come to you. And you know the deal. Everybody out there, just take care of yourselves. And if you get the chance, take care of each other and quest on.